What is good? What is good? What is good, everybody? It is your girl, Tika Deshawn, right here at All Things Ruthless. And it's not just me, because tonight there's a bunch of us that's here to talk about beauty in the black. And so I'm just going to go ahead and invite everybody on into the party, starting with my girl, lighting up with Letitia. What's up, Letitia?
Hey, hey, glad to be here. How you doing?
I'm good, and I'm glad that you are here. And next up, we got Monique 69 Waves. Welcome to the party, Monique. How you feeling?
I'm a little under the weather today, y'all, but I'm here. I'm making it.
Glad you're here.
Absolutely, absolutely. Glad you are here. Glad you are here. Y'all put a five in the chat for a get well soon for Monique. Okay, drop that five in the chat.
Thank you.
And last but not, well, we do have some others that are coming, but right now, coming to the stage, we have the one, the only, Vacay. Jay. What's good, Jay?
What up? What up? What up? What up? What's good? What's good? What's going on, ladies? What's going on, fam? We here. We ready. Beauty
Hey.
in Black. Let's go.
Okay, we in the building. And
Yeah.
I see we got somebody else that has come through, Miss Kira. What's good, Miss Kira?
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, hey.
Don't be I done heard you talk now, Miss Kira speaks. Don't be shy here, okay? Okay. So tonight, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and just go ahead and dive on into this episode. We got episodes 5 and episode 6 that we're going to cover for tonight. Now, we're not gonna do every little single piece of it because that's a lot of work. Your girl be working, but that's a lot of work. So we're gonna break it down, break up, the most highlighted moments of these two episodes, okay? And oh, before I do that, let me definitely say hello to the chat. What's up, Candy Love? Thank you so much for tapping in. Demetria is giving Monique that five so she can get well soon. And hello to you as well, Monique. And shout out to Deborah Coleman for tapping in. Y'all give me 1 second. Wait, before I do that, okay. All right. I'm gonna send you the link. Before I do that, I just want y'all to go ahead and let me know y'all thoughts. What did you guys rate the episodes 5 and 6 collectively? And we'll go ahead and start with Letitia, Monique, Miss Kira, and then Jay.
Okay, what are we rating it? 1 to 10 or 1 to 5?
My bad. 1 to 5, 5 being the highest.
Okay, definitely a 5. It was a lot of action, a lot of mistrust, and a lot of trust. So yes, 5.
Staying here with me, it's a 5 for both episodes. Yeah, things it was turning up for sure. Okay, I'll give it a 5.
5 as well. Best 2 episodes of the season thus far.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna give 5 or 4 and 6 or 5.
Oh my God. Leave it to Jay.
That's right.
He had to break that thing down, y'all. He had to
We
break
will.
that thing
You're
down.
gonna see
And
why.
I'm not
You're gonna
mad
see
at
why.
that. I'm not mad at that. Okay. So we are waiting on a special guest. So y'all just give me a moment. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put these slides up here and I will have, let me see. Let me fix this right. I'm gonna start with, okay, so in the beginning of this episode, which was episode 5, we saw that Angel is back on the block. Angel is that man is still alive. He is with the living, okay? And so we see that, of course, he was brought to them. We talked about this in the last episode, which was episode 4. He was brought there by Horace himself. Or, well, Horace brought him to the scene where Kimmy and everybody was panicking and about to have a whole heart attack over, this whole situation of he gonna unalive us. He put the word out on he put the hit out on Angel, so I know he gonna put the hit out on us, which actually wasn't the case. And so they get to the house and he tells them, hey, this is not what it was. I thought that, I was putting out the hit on somebody who stole the vehicle and who was caught with the vehicle. I didn't know it was Angel, but he's alive. So where was you going, Kimmy? So Miss Kira, what was your thoughts on Kimmy about to haul tail and get up out of there? Like, what was your thoughts on that moment?
Kimmy is hard-headed. She don't never have a plan was my problem with her. Like you needed to have a plan. It was too fast. It was last minute. I mean, I got where she was coming from, because if he had in fact knew that he did that to Angel, what would he do to her? So I got that part. But girl, have a plan. Have a plan. You was running to where?
Highway to nowhere.
Exactly.
And right. I do apologize, y'all, for my distraction. Monique, what was your thoughts on Kimmy trying to get to nowhere, literally get to nowhere?
I think I said this the last live. I'm like, she doesn't have no plan. Like, where she was going, she don't have no sense of direction where she was trying to go. And I know she's trying to protect her sister, but you got to have a plan if you're gonna do so. Cause you just going out there half cocked, no plan, no. I mean, because in reality, as he found out you running away, he could just cut that bank account off, and then you really be messed up, right?
Exactly.
To be honest.
Exactly. She was on the highway to no hell. Jay.
Yeah. Man, Kimmy, I said it too. I said it before. Like, Kimmy, no verification, nothing. You're not gonna call Horace to actually find out. You're that scared of this man who is giving you everything. So you're just gonna run and jump in a car and yell at people and like pretty much harass Sylvie and harass like it was so crazy. And this episode definitely was a whole lot of, you need to explain. You need to explain. Come on, Kimmy. You need to explain. Like, you just freaking everybody else out because you're scared. So, Kimmy, calm down. Can we just come back to earth real quick? I know you don't trust anybody, but please, like, just relax.
Exactly. And Letitia, any thoughts on, okay, so we're in the conversation and you just need to stop running. And is that why you took a milli of my money? Is that why you took, I gave it to you, but that's why you took a milli? Like, did you really have to do that? Like, you could have, again, called, text, send the pigeon bird, find out what's going on, confirm whether or not I actually did what, they were saying that I did.
Yeah, when Kimmy gets like this, you cannot control her. You cannot calm her down. She's just very irrational. But I'm like, girl, you can't outsmart these rich people with street smarts. Like, man, where'd you really think you were going in this gated community? You're not going anywhere with this man's stuff. You really thought you was going to be able to take that milli, take his car. They already warned you it was going to be people on this private road. Like, just no thinking at all. But again, and she wasn't listening to Rain. She wasn't listening to her sister. It was just a whole mess. And so hopefully this is something that they can help taper, because you can't go off like that in the boardroom or with this business. You're going to have some more emotional intelligence, ma'am.
That part. Listen, I ain't mean to do that. But with that being said, y'all, before we continue, we have a special guest that is here with us, and it's not about me. I'm gonna move my big face out the way in just a minute, but I gotta, he's let me see, he's getting it together. I saw him, and then he was here, then he wasn't. But we got a special guest, so I'm gonna just go ahead and play this in intro, and then we're gonna talk about this character because I need to know y'all's perspective on Officer Traxon. So y'all just stay locked in, and we're gonna take this quick break, and we'll be right back at some point.
Into the game, it's all about the power. Kimmy demands control, she's climbing every tower. Loyalty's the currency, respects the foundation. In a world full of secrets, feel the tension and frustration. Corruption runs deep, like blood in these streets. Like blood in these streets, greed's a silent killer. Dragging us to deep, trust is a gamble. Can't rely on Mallory, her whispers in the shadows feel like treachery. Leverage your legacy, let it shine bright in the dark of the night. Leverage your legacy, let it shine bright in the dark of the night. Leverage your legacy, let it shine bright in the dark of the night.
Hey.
Hey,
What's up? Can
here
y'all
we
hear
go.
me? Like, can y'all
Here
hear
we
me?
go. Oh no, just 1 second. Just 1 second. We can hear you though. I can
Okay.
hear you.
Well, like, can you see
Let
me?
me move.
There we go. Yeah, we can hear
Hey,
you.
there
What's
we
going on,
go.
brother?
What's up, everybody?
Hey.
What's up?
The one and only
Yeah.
Mr. George Middlebrooks. Listen, I am T. Good Deshaun, the one that's been messaging you, getting on your nerves. And so I just want to go ahead and just say thank you so much for coming through and kicking it with us. We absolutely love Beauty in Black. And it's just an honor for us to be able to have somebody who's a part of Beauty in Black to come and grace us with their presence. So, Mr. George Middlebrooks, let's introduce yourself. Tell everybody if they don't know you, now they gonna know you, okay?
Yeah. What's up? What's up, everybody? My name's George Middlebrook, and I play Officer Traxon on Beauty in Black. Y'all want to say thank you, Tika, for always. You feel like a day one type of person. You know what I mean? Because you go way back with me to Ruthless, and when I was first even
Yep.
just doing like one-liners to background stuff to military stuff to stunt work. You know what I mean? You always been there supporting me, whatever. So I gotta, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. So I'm here to support you. You know what I mean? So.
Well, I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that for sure. And I ain't gonna make it about me because I'm feeling real good that you even said all of that.
Nah, for real,
But
for
there's
real.
a squad of us. We are here and we're here to celebrate you. Just like you said, I was introduced to you through Ruthless, and then I saw you on other things, and I just got curious. Oh wow, okay, now I see him. Okay, I need to know a little bit more. I'm
Yeah,
curious like that, and so it was just like, okay, when you go from one door to the next door, it's just it's introducing. We're just gonna introduce you to the world, and I'll get tongue tied over here. So let me just let the crew talk to you. Okay, so y'all introduce yourselves, and we'll start. And this is the order we're gonna go ahead and go in. Letitia, I'm sorry, VKJ, Monique, Letitia, and then Miss Kira. And y'all introduce yourselves and shout out to the D. Okay, I forgot about that. Shout out to the
that's
D.
the
The
D.
D
Shout
is
out to
in the
Detroit,
building.
Detroit, straight up. Yeah.
All right. What's good, George? How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up? How are you? Good.
Good. VKJ of VKJ TV, man. Yes, I cover Ruthless too, brother. And absolutely, yeah, we definitely appreciate all that you're doing, man. And had a question for you, man. How did it feel and how does it feel right now being on Beauty in Black, second season, hit TV show, #1 TV show? And we've seen your filmography, brother. You've been working for a while, but now here we are, Officer Traxon. How does that feel, brother?
Man, it's a dream come true. It feels amazing. I like, you got to pinch me, wake me up from this dream. It's good thing about working with Tyler Perry is that if you do a good job and you're professional and you handle your business, that he'll continue to help you get more work and help you get to the bag. So, I mean, but to be on, like, we were #1 for a week, for the second season in a row, being #1 in the world. it's just amazing and stuff like just to see the fans from all around the world showing love. You know, nobody likes my character, but I say that's what either you want them to love you or hate you. You don't want nobody in the middle. So, I can't wait till y'all see part 2 and the pathways that we all have, and then even with season 3, it's gonna be I think just a series that people will never forget, in our lifetime. So I'm just happy to be a part of that, especially represent my family in the city that has taught me so much through stage plays and through serving by being an assistant and selling programs at stage plays, to being a PA on set, to just see my growth to this show is just amazing. It's only God can make up a story like this, So I'm just riding the wave.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, yeah, people don't like Officer Traxton, but that means that you're doing your job,
I'm
brother.
doing a
You're
good
doing
job,
your job. You're doing it. You're doing it.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. So, man, we got so much more in store for Beauty and Black, like spin-off shows and everything that I can't even talk about. But this is gonna be like his own like power universe in a way, So, or what Empire could have been if those unfortunate things didn't happen with the subway and all that crazy stuff. So, we,
Bro, you just
we
dropped
on a
an
hell of a ride
exclusive.
right now.
You just dropped an exclusive right there. Good looking out.
Yeah, for sure,
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, hello. How you doing? I'm Letitia, and what up, though? By the way, I'm
What
not
up,
that.
Letitia?
My
What up?
hometown is not that far away. I'm from the TOL, the 419. So,
Is that Toledo?
yep,
Oh yeah,
that's where
yeah.
I'm
You're
from.
45 minutes away. I took a visit up there when I
That's where I'm
watched
from.
football. Mm-hmm.
So, and it's funny too because we're talking about episodes 5 and 6, and there's also somebody from Toledo that's in episode 6. So, we'll be talking about that later on. He actually was my daughter's high school dean, and he ended up on Beauty and Black. So sweet.
Small world.
So question for you. Oh, by the way, I'm Letitia with Lighten Up with Letitia. I'm the new kid on the block. I'm so happy to be here with all these folks here because they really enveloped me or, hugged me when I came onto YouTube. So I'm glad to be here and I appreciate you being here. Now, what would you hope that the audiences take away from your character's storyline? Because you have already established that you may not be our favorite, but what do you want us to take away from Traxton's character?
That Traxton is a good guy. I'm caught up in the whole human trafficking world as well. So I got to do what I got to do in order to get back to my family and to my regular everyday life. So, yeah, I mean, I'm a little clumsy. I can't do right from Roy getting served the papers in season 1 to Kimmy stabbing me and spraying me in the car flipping to I'm thinking I killed Angel. But I can do right. But these people make me nervous, and luckily, God put it in my lane where I'm not just a killer. I did try to kill Xavier, but it didn't work. I did try to, like Kimmy tried to kill me, but it didn't work. So, I mean, there's something that I have a redeemable quality, which is gonna keep me on the show. So I want y'all to just go with the wave and just go with the stories, and it's all gonna start to make sense at the end of part 2. So.
Okay, well, we watching.
For sure.
Hello, my name is Kira. My channel is Miss Kira Speaks. Thank you for giving us your time tonight. Officer Traxton, he's liking his job a little bit too much, but I want to know in terms of your job, did you have any good like bloopers or anything like that behind the scenes that you could tell us about during Beauty and Black?
Yes, I mean I didn't have any. Well, we always have good bloopers because a lot of the show, Tyler Perry, he improvs a lot. So sometimes, like if it's a line where he don't like it, he'll stop it and he'll tell us lines to say. So it's a lot of those type of bloopers where he have everybody cracking up rolling because he'll be like, say this, and then he'll tell the other character, say this, and he'll just like feed us lines. And it's points in the show, even in other scenes, I'm like, man, I know, like, man, Tyler Perry did that, he did that because he's such huge on improv. But a couple bad bloopers is that on season 1, when Kimmy when she punched me when I found her outside the hotel and I slammed her on top of the car and then she reached back and punched me in my lip before we went on that drive and she flipped the car, was that she punched the hell out of me in my mouth or whatever. But before then, the stunt lady that I threw on the car, she kind of slammed herself too hard into the car. So Tyler Perry got mad at me. He was like, man, you got to be careful. And I didn't want to be like, well, she did that. So I was like, okay, my bad. So he whispered to Kimmy, like, punch that nigga. And I heard him say that. So then on accident, she reached around, boom, punched me in my lip. And it was like, she hit me so hard that she busted my lip or whatever. But I stayed in character. I almost yelled cut, like, man, what the hell was that? But that's one of my bad bloopers. Like, she punched the hell out of me. So I'm taking her to the car. I'm like, girl, you just knocked my damn tooth out. Or whatever. Anyway, we got to the car and everything, and then when we yelled cut, we all laughed about it. But my lip was bleeding, and that's probably one of the worst bloopers that we had. Was just like everybody saw that she punched me, but like I stayed in character, and that made me feel good about just being an actor. Like, damn, well, I feel like if I was one of those Hollywood guys or one of those people who couldn't handle, or not just being in the moment, that I definitely probably would have been like, hold on, cut, I need a medic, but that's probably like the worst blooper experience that I had. Getting my
Not TP is petty. Not TP being petty.
Good directors
Listen.
good directors try to use the environment and things that's really happening to get reactions from the actors. So sometimes they'll set you up and like, do this and see how you react, and you just got to kind of stay in character and then laugh about it when they yell cut. Like, man, why you tell her to do that? So.
Yeah, that was definitely shady, Mr. Tyler Perry, but we're gonna take it. We're gonna take it. And I just gotta say, you Traxon was not responsible for Roy getting served. You told Roy to go into the other entrance, and Roy decided to do whatever he wanted to do. So that was on Roy. And now I will come to your defense in that. That was on Roy.
I appreciate that.
Now, yes, for sure. Yes. So with that being said, let's dive a little bit into I know you did the stage plays, I know you did stuntman, but where were you prior to going into this whole acting world and the entertainment industry in general?
Yeah, but before the acting entertainment industry, I was playing football in college, and then things didn't work out, so I was working at a hotel doing front desk. And I've always had a heart of service and just taking care of people. So I took care of the stage play that came to stay at my hotel. It was called My Brother Marvin: The Life and Death Story of Marvin Gaye. And they were doing rehearsals for a couple months, and I took such good care of the cast and the crew and the promoter that the director asked me, did I act or whatever. And my mother used to direct stage plays when I was a kid, so I do have experience. And I told her that, so she asked me to come audition, and I went and auditioned, and they asked me how much I made at the hotel, and they told me they'll pay me double and to quit and come on the road with them. So I did, and ever since then, it's pretty much been a wrap. Just me being on the road. I got hired as a personal assistant to the promoter after that. So I was touring around the country doing like from hip hop concerts to comedy shows to stage plays to, events, like you name it. So, and from there, people just kind of see the gifts on you, and I start taking classes, and then I moved to Atlanta from Detroit. From Atlanta, I went out to LA, and I booked the Have and Have Nots back in 2014, and a few commercials and a couple small roles. So it just kind of been snowballing for probably like the past 10 to 12 years just to get to this point right here. So,
Well,
but it all started with
you're rocking it. You're rocking it out.
Huh?
Okay. No, I'm just saying you doing your thing, because a lot of people will get there and then they'll give up, and because it's not fast enough, you know what I mean? But I see that you are okay with the grind. You're okay with, taking your time with everything, and because what's going to be yours is going to be yours. And I like that you realize that, because a lot of people just can't handle it,
Yeah. It's a hell of a grind, and I'm first generation. You know what I mean? There isn't nobody in my family who's a director or producer who brought me in, so I had to get it out the mud like the long way, and that's through keep you got to keep showing up and busting your ass. You know what I mean? And getting ripped off and people not paying you right, and just the heartbreak you go through trying to get to this level is just immense. So my heart goes out to everybody who quit, but God showed me, He was like, you're not gonna get there till your later 30s, and He gave me a vision that I just can't explain. So when it get hard and people are like, man, you need to just go back to school and just do this to do this. I don't know why God told me to do this, but I can't I got to keep going for this dream for some reason. Like I don't know why, but you know, Tyler Perry, he told us all in the case. He said, "Man, it's your turn, man." He said, "God told me to honor everybody in this room or whatever. It's time to prove everybody wrong." You know, he's really good at digging out the people who really deserve these cliffs in life, man. So you know, I'm happy to be a part of the train. To be honest. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, brother. I
So we're
mean,
gonna
look.
continue. Yep, there we
Oh,
go.
I was going to say, you know, when it's your passion, a lot of people don't understand because it's your passion, right? So don't let nothing stop you, right? You just keep going. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, I have another question for you. I wondered if you could tell us who some of your biggest creative influences are.
My biggest creative influence is like Tyler Perry, number one on my list. I say, man, he's the greatest thing that ever happened in my life and a lot of our lives or whatever. So just from him, this Officer Traction, he made up that role for me because if initially I was supposed to be the driver. You know, Shannon Wallace. I forget the name of the character he played with him and Joy when they were the drivers in season one.
Calvin.
Calvin. Like initially that was my role, but then the producers wanted to go with Calvin. They wanted to go with Shannon. So then Officer Traction got created or whatever. So like I said, what God has for you is what God has for you. And like Calvin isn't in season 2. So I was like, man, what if that I really wanted that role. That's the role I auditioned for several times. And then when they switched it, I was like, oh man, but I still had a shot though to be in the show. So I'm kind of happy that the pathway that Traction has given me. But besides Tyler Perry, Kanye is one of my favorite creators ever, from his visuals with the videos to just the different type of soundtracks of music he's given up, from gospel to hip hop to rock and roll. I mean, I love Jay-Z. I love Tarantino. Spike Lee is one of my favorites. And our director Armani Ortiz is one of my favorite creatives as well. So we got something good coming up soon that I can't talk about, but he's one of my favorites as well. So a lot of people here in Atlanta is like really showing me the way. So I it's a long list, but my top 3 is probably Tyler Perry, Kanye, and Armani Ortiz.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
that's enough to my question. And my question is, what legendary actor do you want to play opposite of? Somebody that you've watched for many, many years that you've admired. Who's that legendary actor?
Man, it'll probably be Jamie Foxx. I just love Jamie Foxx. I got a chance to double for Snoop Dogg on the project we did at the Vampire project with Netflix. So I got a chance to read with Jamie for hours when Snoop would, come in the set whenever he came in to, they would use me to read his lines. So just working with Jamie Foxx for weeks and stuff and reading lines with him. I just can't wait to do something with him. Like when I'm, got speaking lines, or of course Denzel is everyone's answer. And I mean, Nicolas Cage is one of my favorites. I like character actors. So, those type of guys, Jamie, Nicolas Cage, Denzel, Will Ferrell is one of my favorites as well. So, yeah, I got a serious drama, but like a comedic tone relief sometimes. So, if I can be in a drama comedy, which that'd be an idea type of deal for me. So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What would you like to do next? Like, what role would you like to do next? Is there something that you haven't done that you'd like to dip your feet into?
Yeah, I got a movie coming out early 26 with Tiffany Haddish, where I play a news reporter. So I've always wanted to do that. She's going through like menopause. It's like a comedy drama. But it's the role that I have with a movie with Dennis McKinley coming up, where I play a pastor, like a singing pastor, and he's been taking money like from the streets or whatever to finance his church, and now he's like at a crosswind because his daughter is dating one of the dope dealers that he uses to fund his church. So I'm interested in playing a pastor. The military stuff I love, and hopefully one day I can hop on some Marvel stuff as a bad guy.
That would be awesome.
Okay.
I want to
Like
be in.
that.
I want to be in Star Wars. I want to be in the Hunger Games. You know, I want to do
Okay.
like big action movies. Yeah, yeah. But I just need to get in the gym more because you gotta maybe get some steroids. You know what I mean, and be in the gym 7 days a week. If y'all notice the Rock, like I don't know last time I seen the Rock, but it looked like he done lost 100 pounds. Like he done kind of
Oh
calmed
yeah.
down from the juice. I'm like, wow, man. So it seemed like everybody kind of stepping down for me to step up. So
Yeah, if you're gonna be a
Okay,
Marvel and the
they
bad
doing
guy,
it.
you definitely gotta hit the gym. Absolutely.
yeah, for sure, for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Don't lose
I
too
mean,
much weight though. Don't some people will be thinking something
no,
wrong with you. So
I
don't lose.
gotta bulk up. I gotta bulk up. Shoot, I'm like 240 right now. I gotta get to like 280 and get out toned and ripped up and stuff. But
Right.
I'm not
besides
mad
that,
at
they can
that.
use. Hey, at the end of the day, they can use that CGI stuff too that they be using. So
That's true.
That part.
yeah.
So you dabbled in producing. If there's any genre of film that you would like to produce, what would that be?
Um, I like telling stories like stories like the Fruitvale Station and stuff that you can follow, stuff that I like telling stories that people can feel themselves in, kind of like how Tyler Perry does or whatever. So really stories of just redemption, stories of like the hero story, from the bottom to the top type of stories and everything. So I like telling hood stories, especially from where I come from, and just so many stories about I got one story I'm working on or whatever about a girl who grew up in a neighborhood and her parents got a divorce, and then she ended up, it's a hood story. She ended up hanging out with dope boys in the neighborhood because her mother was always at work and her older brother was always gone and stuff. So then she ended up taking a drug one day and she went crazy and was never the same. So it's a lot of those type of stories that happen in the neighborhoods where people try things and like with our mental health with bipolar schizophrenia. I really want to tap into the mental health stories, basically. So, and just tell some of the stories of how people went from like regular to now they're in like mental hospitals and like they can't take care of themselves, like those type of stories. Or even stories about divorce, like the effects of how divorce effects of what divorce do to our families and how like the
Right.
accountability is going and stuff. So kind of just playing in those areas where we're telling stories about just the pain from childhood, like going into our adulthoods and stuff. So I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I
Gotcha.
kind of get what I'm saying a
I
little
can
bit.
see that. No, that
Yeah,
does make sense. It does make sense. And there's a need for somebody else. There's plenty of room for someone else to get out there and start doing some more storytelling and give us some things that are like heartfelt. Um, Jay and I were talking, we just recently did the recap on um Ruth and Boaz, and that's like one of the most
Yeah.
heartfelt stories that you can actually get when it comes to love, relationships, understanding, mental health, all of the things that film absolutely encompass. So I'm looking forward to it. I know you got it in you, Mr. Middlebrook. I know you got it in you to, bring us some more love and happiness and sadness and divorce and all of the things that we look to in the TV reign. So
yeah.
let's see. I'm gonna let my people talk because I will talk. I'll really talk to you by myself all night long. So I'll let and Jay, you know how I am.
So what city are y'all like in right now? Like just around the country?
I'm in Albany, Georgia.
Okay.
I'm in New York.
Letitia, yeah.
Okay.
I'm in Ohio.
Miss Kara's in New York.
I'm currently in Vegas, but I'm from New York.
Nice, yeah, nice. I'll be in New York next week. I'm doing a whole press run out there in New York next week, so I'm looking forward to that.
All right.
Nice,
Yeah, well, like
nice,
next week they
nice.
got the New York Film Festival next week, and Black Tech Week is next week, and Rocktober at
Right.
the Blue Note with Robert Glasper got the whole month at the Blue Note, so it's gonna be exciting times in New York next week. Plus Beauty and
Yeah.
Black coming to New York, so we have a good time.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
There you go, Kira.
nice,
All right. Can I get to
nice.
this? Can I get to this? All right. Let's get back to Officer Traxton because we saw the first 8 episodes, right? We saw part 1 of season 2.
Right.
So I want to get to this right now. I want to get into it. So we saw a scene where Officer Traxton was in the bed with High Felicia. Now, my question to you, brother, because this was a surprise to me, because I think everybody was surprised, like, oh my God, okay, did we see this coming? Is Felicia playing Officer Traxton, or is Traxton playing Felicia? Because they both kind of like in the same arena. But I wanted to know from you, who's playing who right now?
I'm really playing Felicia because I'm just getting the inside information or whatever. And I know that she's transactional, so I know she needs money to get through, for what she got going on. So yeah, really, I'm playing her, and all the information I get, I'm gonna take to Jules. So I really play her, and I really want to get back at Roy for how he keeps trying to embarrass me and stuff. I remember I told Tyler Perry when people were sending me pictures with holding their faces and stuff. I was like, man, I need payback on him. Moving forward, man, because I'm tired of people sending me these pictures like this, and he laughed it up or whatever. So, I think for sure that I'm kind of setting her up, especially Roy, because it's a lot of stuff that's gonna happen in part 2, which would make sense of why I was in the bed with her, but I can't tell y'all that, or I'm gonna get fired. So, I'm definitely got something coming for Roy. So
you got some up the sleeve. Okay,
I'm really tired of disrespect,
Yeah, man, because he's been disrespecting since season 1.
Yeah. Even when we was in the strip club, he talking about, oh, man, I should break your legs. And, I'd be trying to keep my cool, but, those days are numbered. So
that's it. I mean, you hooked him up with the girls and the VIP. Like, you doing everything this man wanting. Now he tripping. So it's payback time. Let's get it.
Yeah, it's like life imitating. That's the story of my life. I try to look out for people, do everything they need, and then they just, keep trying to embarrass me and dehumanize me and stuff like that, grabbing my face. I'm 6'5". Why are you grabbing my face, man?
I'm 6'5" too. I can relate, brother. I can relate.
I'm gonna take it easy and take deep breaths or whatever, because I know what's coming in on the other side. So
okay, that's right.
Definitely gonna get them back.
We got a whoop side. We got see we 6'5". We could always just terrorize them, right? But we gentle giants. We try to be cool.
Yeah.
We
How
know
they
that
even reach in y'all faces? How they even reach in y'all? Shoot. I got a question. So, okay, I have a Traxton question, but I also have a personal question. So, the Traxton question is: are we ever gonna find out what his backstory is? Why does he owe Jules?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think that you will. I think it's gonna come out. Hopefully, we get some more information about that in season 3, because me and Alex are both are caught up in it as well. So I'm waiting on backstory, to be honest.
Okay. As long as we got a promise that we will get it.
I could have made it up on my own, but if I did that, I know Tyler Perry is gonna come with something way left field. And I'm like, dang, I messed up what I had. So I'm just waiting for it as well, just like y'all.
You could tell him, and y'all can make sure you watch us, because we always have ideas for days. So, but all I'm saying is you can write me a little check, if you use my idea. That's all I'm saying.
You hear me say
us a check, right? Us a check.
Yes, of course. Of course, us a check. And my question, my personal question though, is oh my gosh, I forgot it that quick. Oh no. What is something about you that fans would be surprised to learn about you?
Something that fans would be surprised to learn about me. That I'm nothing really like Traxton and stuff like that. I don't want to be kidnapping people and shooting people and stuff like that. But not for real. Well, I guess like that like I play the trombone. I got 2 daughters.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty much. I love music. Music is like my number one thing. So, yeah, it's pretty much it. I love music. I've always been football and music. So, yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm going to ask this.
Listen.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm listening.
So I'm going to ask this question for my girl, Mo 69 Ways. She wanted to know, since Officer Traxton is not the best character, do you get approached by crazy fans?
I do. It's crazy that after the second season drop, I mean, I can't go nowhere especially in Atlanta. And I just got back from Detroit without people, just coming up to me saying lines, especially with the line with me and Olivia. And I was like, man, I F the OB and stuff or whatever. And I guess it's one of people's most favorite lines when I was joking about losing the bet and stuff. But yeah, like I said, I can't go nowhere without people like saying a line of, oh, man, you Officer Traxon. And it's just kind of crazy. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just people. No, I mean, it's all love though, but people are they just like saying lines or whatever and asking for pictures. Nothing.
All right, so
crazy.
good things. That's not bad.
Yeah, all good things. All good things. But for Roy, man, he gets it bad. We just left an event, Terrell Carter event, maybe about a week and a half ago. And I mean, that dude, you talking about famous. It's like, man, I can't believe to see some of my friends just how our lives are just changing. It's just amazing just to see. This dude went on TikTok the other day for 3 hours and got like $1,200. I'm like, wow, I need to get my TikTok together and just go live for 3 hours and let people look at you. And it's amazing, like the kind of streams that open, like the kind of revenue streams that open up just from being on a popular show, especially if you're into the TikTok and the Twitch and all that kind of stuff. So I got to get better with that type of stuff and take advantage of these revenue streams of just showing up, So this is a popular show, very popular show. I can't believe it.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah. Well, listen, I mean, again, I would literally talk to you all night long. I know you said you would, hang with us, but I don't want to take advantage of the time. We do appreciate you for coming through and hanging out with us. The fans, the audience was going crazy over you being here. We just want to know. DeMarcus Vaughn said he didn't know that if Traxon could actually handle Mallory's insults if he was Mallory's driver. What do you think? Do you think Traxon can handle it? I mean, you put up with Roy. Do you think Traxon can handle? Because Mallory be slanging them now. She come with some stuff.
Dude, she do. I'm scared of Mallory and I'm scared of Olivia. Just me flirting with Olivia, I'm like, I don't know that she be putting niggas in the bag. So I'm like, man, I'm trying to avoid getting killed out.
That part.
But between the surprises coming up at the end of part 2, which damn, I wish I could tell y'all more than.
Don't do it. Don't do it. We know how the NDAs work. Don't do it. It ain't worth it.
I know.
Look, we don't like them, but we still want them to be there.
Yeah. Now y'all definitely gonna see it's definitely something there between me and Mallory, which everybody will see like at the end of part 2. So I could definitely take her insults, but I think it's gonna be something bigger than that for me and her. Like I think we got a good pathway. So I can't wait to see. I can't wait for you to see it, and then with season 3. So
okay.
Yeah, we might have to cut that out.
Edit that.
It's gonna be good.
That
It's
part.
It's gonna be good.
That's what's up.
Okay.
Yo, so whenever y'all do episodes, so we'll try to do episodes 7 and 8 like next week.
Yep.
Yeah,
probably.
7 and 8 next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotta come back on and maybe sit through. Like 7 is one of my favorite episodes. So,
Oh, shoot.
if y'all want me to come back on next
more
week,
than welcome.
Yeah.
if y'all
More than welcome.
then I actually sit down, throughout the episode with y'all and just pick y'all brains and see what y'all think and stuff like that. Because that actually helped me out, just breaking down. It's always good to hear other minds about the show. So see what other people think. So that'd be cool.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We definitely
Love
open for that.
Mm.
Absolutely, brother.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, well, somebody else will be hosting, but either way, you always welcome, no matter what. We'll get the link to you for the next episode, and you can come whenever you want to, anytime.
That's right.
Anytime.
Yeah.
You are welcome. Because we appreciate you
Appreciate
for, taking out time of your schedule, to come through, hang out with us, talk to the audience and everything. And, because you could be doing something else, you know what I mean? So just thank you.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate you for reaching out. Yeah, and if like I said, I can always get other castmates too. I want to add value to it. So let's continue to support each other and keep in touch. So
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you, George. Thanks for coming through, brother.
Thanks for your
all
time.
right.
With that, last but not least, let everybody know. Bounce. Okay, I was just about to get him to tell everybody where they can find him, but you can find him at G.O. Middlebrooks right there on Instagram. G.O. Middlebrooks on Instagram. So y'all heard it. Y'all heard it from Mr. George Middlebrooks himself. Let me get my girl Monique back in here. You know, she was under the weather, so but she's here enough to talk, you know, about this episode. Let me that we're gonna go through. We're gonna get through this episode, and we running on an hour plus, almost to an hour. So we're gonna make this snappy, but still give it the content that we need. Because I know life be life, and people got stuff to do. We know that Horace has finally broken down to Kimmy and was like, "Look, this is what it is. I need you to go ahead and look into this book. This is, you know, the book that's gonna tell you how I run my business." And then she's already on point. She's saying, "Well, why is the CEO and the COO making the same amount of money?" And he says, "Well, because I'm both. I'm the CEO and the COO. But now that, you know, you're here, now that we're married, in other words, you're the COO, so we get equal shares." And she started asking all of the questions about the whole business side, and he was shocked. He was like, "Well, dang, what do you like? Talk to me. What else do you know? You know about business?" And she was like, "No, I just read books. I just read some books." And so, you know, he was definitely impressed, you know, by all things Kimmy. Anybody have any thoughts on Horace finally getting Kimmy to understand that, listen, you can't be scared of me. You just got to do what you got to do. You're going to have to put your big girl drawers on, and you're going to have to run this thing. And we could go ahead and start with Monique, Miss Kira, Vacay, and then Letitia.
Yeah. Y'all did well in the interview part. So shout out to y'all. But for Kimmy is still having a hard time trusting Horace, and he already picks up on it. I mean, granted, I mean, in his mind, he wants to use Kimmy to get back at his family, but this is all new to her, and this is happening so fast to her, and she don't trust no one after what she's been through. So I get the whole trust thing, but I'm gonna need her to start trusting, because he hasn't like really lied to her yet. You know what I mean? Like really did her any harm. So he's been looking out for her and her crew. Excuse me. So hearing her say CEO, COO, he was like, "What else do you know about? What other business things you know about?" Because that kind of like caught his ear, like, "Oh, okay, you know something, so you might be quick with it, okay, to deal with these vultures of my family." So yeah, so it was a nice thing.
Yeah, because that's less work that's less that he have to kind of muster up the
Right,
energy to even try to teach her. So he was like, "Okay,
right.
well, you tell me what you know, and then we could put this thing together, and this how we gonna run it." So yeah, Miss
Mm-hmm.
Kira.
I get Kimmy's distrust with everything that she's been through. I agree with Mo. She gonna have to get with the program, but I was glad to see them finally sit down and go over the business, and that he could see that she had something going on upstairs, and they could kind of talk and bounce ideas and just go everything, so you know he could execute his plan.
Absolutely, absolutely. Get it, Kimmy. I was just like, "Dang, girl, come teach me." What about you, Jay?
I mean, I was impressed along with our homeboy Horace, man. I mean, she's like, "Yeah, I don't understand that the shares are done." I was like, "Well, doggone it." You know what I'm saying? She's smarter than you know, we think. And I loved it. I love the fact that she is more than capable. Of course, we see throughout the rest of the part one that she is more than capable of handling this for real and holding it down. So yeah, I loved it.
Yep, yep. Hold it down, Letitia.
Yeah, you know, love the underdog. We knew from season one that she had something about her 'cause she was in school, or she was definitely studying Mallory and studying business. She was looking forward to doing something other, you know, in her life more than what she was doing. So I'm not surprised by this. And it was cute that Horace was surprised by it. It just means that
Right.
she's gonna be the force to be reckoned with when she walks up into the boardroom, because none of them are going to be expecting for her to know anything.
Absolutely. And it also means that he didn't make a mistake in picking her, because he could have gave this opportunity to anybody, but he chose her. And so that kind of, I'm sure that kind of comforts him in knowing that, oh, this is going to be the one that's going to run my family in the dirt like I'll need her to. So yeah, he made the right choice. All I can say is go Kimmy. But we're gonna move on to Charles, man. Charles, in this, you need to just get your life together, Charles. But he decides that he was gonna go to the club, and he found old boy Dusty as as Varney called him Dusty, but his name is Dustin. And so they having a conversation in the bathroom. He doing a little 1-2 in the bathroom. He doing a little dance, swinging the little tassel. Charles is feeling good, but Mama Olivia called and said, Charles, now y'all forgive me if I get real animated, but this ish was so funny. Charles, are you effing Vonnie? Who on the bottom? Miss Kira, and then Monique, Jay, and then Letitia. Talk to us about just all of this with Charles, his 304, Varney coming in, them going back and forth. This is gonna go from the club to the house, y'all, and then Miss Olivia calling and giving it a piece of her mind.
I need Charles to make better decisions. I need him to lay off the booger sugar if you cannot make the decisions. The man has already tried to, come rob you once, and now you're going to welcome in again. Just a little bit of candy is all it takes. So I'm going to need him to get better with that. But the scene between him and Olivia was hysterical. He was like, what you want to know? What you want to know? The positions? I said the two of them together is a hoot. So I enjoyed that. But I just want Charles to be safe. You could be out there living your best life, but just be, go to that hotel that Roy got threw out the window. Like, why you would take? Just doing a little bit too much, Charles. Just a little bit too much.
Yeah, Charles was on one, a 2, and a 3, and a 4. Just too much.
Charles is my favorite character. Him. And the dialogue between him and his mom, Olivia, is funny as heck to me. She said, that's a big, okay. I was like, yes, he is. And you see how small Charles is, but Charles can handle himself, as we saw. But yeah, it was just funny. I was like, I'm like, will she remember this the next day? I know she's drunk right now. Will she remember this the next day? That's what I was saying. She probably think it's all a dream, but yeah. And I like how she kind of called Roy trying to snitch on Mallory. Like, she's with Attorney Varney, like, and Roy looking like okay. And they went to Danny because Roy already know the tea. So it was funny how he relayed the tea to his mama. he's sleeping with Charles. And hung up. That's funny.
Snitching.
Oh, I'm next. Okay. I always find it funny, Olivia being drunk and just remembering her from way back in the day. I could never see her in this role, but she is killing this role right here, and she's on point with it. She's trying to snitch, as Monique said, and Roy already know what's going on. I still don't like how Charles is treating Varney, man. You know what I'm saying? I think it's wrong, but we all know. We all know how Charles is, and he's just living on the edge, man. Living on the edge, and he's going to have to pay for it. He's definitely going to have to pay for it.
Olivia is a mess. I don't know if she was appalled or in disbelief or impressed. She was like, that's a big, her whole thing was just hilarious. I'm like, you know what? The 6'5s have it. We've been talking about 6'5 all night. Yes. 6'5. But as far as Charles, he's just so irresponsible. I mean, how you send some stranger into your bedroom, it's behind the red door, and you out here arguing with your current lover, and then the man is in there casing the joint, and you don't even know. I'm looking at Charles like, do you have cameras in your home? What is happening? I just don't understand how this man is a stranger, and he already admitted to the fact that he wanted to rob you. and you leaving him unattended? Absolutely not. And then he's just as wrong because then he goes about his business with Dusty and leaves Varney out to just sip on some liquor out there. I was about to cuss you. Oh, this fool, he a pimp. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, go ahead on, Charles, but you need to be more responsible because these people, they trying to take you.
Listen, Varney is over there on some love should have brought you home last night. Well, it brought you home, but he brought you home with somebody else, okay? And he goes upstairs and get in the. I'm like, ain't no freaking way I'm gonna be hanging out while my dude is downstairs hunching on somebody else. Ain't no freaking way. Varney, you a fool for this, but we gonna get into it because I think Varney got some other tendencies, some other issues within himself that'll probably make him snap, crackle, and pop somebody. And so we're gonna go ahead and definitely get on into this where Rain has finally took her bad built botched body self to the freaking club to look for boy Daga or girl Daga, whatever she call herself. And so now she found out that she was trying to get Adeline to get, implants. And so, okay, this is the perfect setup. Okay, now I know where she's gonna be. Don't let her know I'm gonna be there, Adeline. Just go ahead, girl. Yeah, you see how good I look. I can make it clap, girl. You know you're behind over there hurting, and you over there trying to make some clap. If you don't get somewhere and take several seats. But anyway, I had to rant on that because she was but she did what she had to do. I ain't mad at Rain. I'm not mad at her. She did what she had to do to get into the world of boy, girl, Daga, whatever. Vacay Jay, I'm gonna let you start with this one. Miss Kira, Letitia, and then Monique.
You're gonna let me start with this one? Okay. After what you just said, you're gonna let me start.
I know.
Well, listen, I know Rain wants revenge, and I love how Alex was pretty concerned, like, okay, what you gonna do? Just let me know the game plan. He's really, really trying to get in where he fits in. He really wants them to trust him. And I like that. But I like also how Rain played it. How she went over to the girl while they was talking, while the other girl was saying, yeah, you should get it done. Same dialogue that Rain had, yeah, you should get your booty done, da-da-da, yeah. And she just went over there and was kind of like playing off of that, like, yeah, you should do it. Where's she going to do it at? Just to get the information, to find out how she could just go and get at, what's her name, Raga, Rasta, whatever.
Daga.
Get at her. So I like how Rain was playing it, but also this goes back to my point that I was saying before when we was talking about her taking over the club and how everybody knows Rain. Like Rain is very, very popular. So if she did take over, it would be seamless because Rain knows everybody, and I don't know if they respect her and something like that, but they know her. They know her. Yeah. And then we get to this.
Yep.
Oh boy. But I mean, listen, we totally understand Rain wanting to get revenge because if my backside looked like that, felt like that, and I almost lost my life, there definitely would be a little revenge to be gotten. But again, like Kimmy, what was the plan? You had that little thing, and you got to be lucky that Alex was with you and had the real thing to protect you, because even when you got in that room and thought you was about them hands, you gave her a little bit of work, and then she, had you between the washer and the dryer. So we were glad for Alex. Have a plan. Have a plan next time. Go on there with a plan, because this wasn't it.
And she clearly forgot that Daga was. I mean, she just forgot.
A big. That's a big. Oh yeah. Okay, just like Varney a bit. Okay, because what was you even think? I mean, Rain got a couple of 1-2s at the beginning, but girl, she did not have enough. She did not have enough stamina to finish
how
the
could
job.
you have enough stamina when you gotta lick your booty?
Well, that's what I'm saying. She didn't bother pulling that out at first. She went and tried to go old school. So
and I'm sure Daga had a little bit of testosterone and left in the tank.
A lot of time. Oh,
regardless, the point was she went in there with it, like Kira said, stupid plan. if I understand the revenge, if you wanted to do your speech and all that, but this is Tyler Perry world, baby. You should have just ended it. Okay. You said I'm gonna say what I have to say, and then you just gonna be gone. Because Alex wasn't playing with them once, Dagger pulled out that blicky, but he had to break Chase's neck and everything because all I know is that bodies was flying all over that room.
Oh yeah,
because
Owling up.
Japa Ninja.
Right.
Japa
because
Ninja.
you just knocking on somebody's door and you don't know what's on the other side. So here we are. And then he had to take out everybody. Now I really hope that Rain is right and that this girl just wanted out. But I have a feeling we're gonna see this Adeline again.
Oh, for certain. She
Didn't
probably gonna
didn't she
stick
leave a
around
man
for
back at
that
that
guy.
club?
Right,
Mhm.
that guy. Yeah, I forgot his name. But yeah, at first I like how Rain played it at the club, and I can't stand Felicia and Shake Shake. They up there gassing her up, talking about, "Oh, your butt look good." No, dang on well, that was lopsided and lumpy as heck. Like, stop the madness. But Adeline, I know she's trying to save her, but she used her as a pawn to get her to go do these services just to get into the room.
Yep.
Yeah, so girl, you lucky. I was like, when she dragged her off that bed, I was like, oh, not the booty. Like, onto the floor. Because she just had surgery. I mean, she had
Right.
to try to, she's not really recovered. So yeah, so that was just wild. And like I said, I knew nobody was coming out of there alive. But I'm with Alex for taking out Shake Shake, the girl right there on the bed in the middle.
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
she needs to go because she have to encourage Adeline. But
Yep.
he spared her. Hopefully, she's kind of like a Kimmy in some sorts, and get the heck on.
Yeah,
And
she's 17. She's young.
18, yeah, 17, 18, yeah, she's young.
Yeah, but that was definitely it's about to be a girl fight. That's what I was getting in that moment. They should have played that. But I just love the whole scene. I do love how even though we don't know if we trusted Alex or not, he tried to have her back. He also went ahead and took her to his little apartment thing so that she can clean up a little bit, get some of the blood off of her, from the red paint, as they say, off of her from the damage that has been done. But we see that Roy is looking for a new Kimmy, y'all. He really is obsessed with Kimmy. He swore she was the worst thing that ever happened, but he is literally obsessed with Kimmy. And everybody that Jules tried to send him on the phone is not good enough. I'm gonna go find my own. So he decides to take himself to the club, go get Itsy drunk, sleeping, kicking it with the chicks in VIP. Your girl Felicia was one of them. She's slapping people around like she a whole pimp. And once he is done with the nastiness and the water too hot for his little pee, he decides that he's gonna go home. And he talking trash. Bump my daddy, and I can't wait till he be unalived. I'm gonna whistle on his grave. Oh, you gonna whistle on his grave? Okay. He turned around like the Dark Knight once again. Oh, you gonna piss on my grave? Okay, I got you. Hold him down. I'm too weak. Hold him down. They beat him down. I know I'm so animated right now, but this was funny. This issue was funny. I'm sorry, y'all. Beat him down, and then this man put this thing on out there and commenced to doing the R. Kelly. Let's oh geez, I don't even know who to start with first. Miss Kira, Monique, Jay, Letitia. Go ahead. Y'all just one by one. Go ahead and dive on into this whole moment.
I need Roy, him and Charles. I don't know what they did to these poor children that they on the booger sugar like this, because Roy be on that stuff too, okay? And Mallory said his thing don't work, and Kimmy said his thing don't work, so I don't know how he had enough action for more than one person, but go off, sir. But then for you to take your raggedy drunk behind over there to your daddy's house to start stuff with Kimmy, because, I mean, your feelings is hurt. Your feelings is hurt. You in love with the girl. It's just a little weird, but just say that. But you're out there acting crazy, and then your daddy come ill, gross. And why did that man have that much pee? Don't he have prostate cancer? Yuck. I'm done. I have nothing else to say.
I said the same thing. I said the same thing, Miss Kara. I was like, I'm surprised he able to produce, able to do that as a function in his
It's like
state.
a day's worth of.
It was a gallon. It was half a gallon or something. It was wild, but I'm not mad at it. He deserved it. So I don't understand why he decided to go to his dad's house to harass Kimmy. It's just wild. After you were just being up all knee deep in by Felicia and the other two ladies, like, what are we doing? Like, you obsessed with Kimmy? It's just wild. And you talking about pissing on his grave, baby? He gonna piss on you while you alive, okay? And he don't give a damn, okay? Because you're not his kid anyway. You Normans. I was playing. I don't know.
You right. No, you're right.
I'm gonna pee on you, pee on you. Okay, so
Oh no.
you know this is Tyler Perry world, right? So we are not being accurate with any pancreatic cancer. This Tyler Perry gonna put a hose where it needs to be. And what I thought was disgusting is the fact that these guards had to hold him down, and you saw a little bit of pee on the hand. I was like, oh, dang, man, that's disgusting, bro. Do what I tell you to pay. Do what I pay you for, right? And they beat him up in the whole nine. I was kind of like laughing at Roy, and Roy, he ain't thinking right. That's why he over there. He high as a kite, so he gonna do the dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I just like how Kimmy was like, "That's not how you talk to your mother-in-law." You know what I'm saying? She was just playing into it, smoking on her cig. I was like, "Go ahead, Kimmy. You know what I'm saying? It's payback time, B." Like the way that it was like, it felt like Horace was the pimp and she the pimpstress. They were saying like they two partners because he was like, hold this cane, and he threw it up in the air and she caught it and she was smoking a cig. I thought this was a crazy scene, but I loved every minute of it for real. And Felicia acting like she the boss. I mean, she crazy, man. She just crazy. But I know we're gonna see way more of her real soon. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this was a great scene to me.
I'm gonna go ahead. I know this is unpopular opinion, but let's go ahead and give a round of applause for Roy because he was finally able to get it up. Okay. He likes those hood girls. He was impressed by Felicia and the way she was slapping them bees around and all that. He was impressed by her. She's gonna be the next Kimmy, I guess. But him getting all high and drunk and toe up like that and going to bother his stepmother, sir, I don't know why you thought that was going to serve you. It did not. And when I tell you, he let out a day's worth of sickly urine. It's like, that is so disgusting. I felt the same way, Jay, like, ugh, they had to hold him down. I know it was like splashing all over the place and stuff and getting on their face. I was like, I want a mask. This is disgusting. This is gross. But they said, and then Kimmy was just like, she stepped back, popped her little cigarette, and it kept it moving. That's what you're supposed to do. Let the man handle his mess. And then go on back to your office and finish getting ready for your day at the office. And then he told Roy, don't bring your black ass back over here. Period. And I was like, bravo and brava. And sing.
Yep. And that's what he get anyway, because they told him not to take us behind over there. You're not authorized. You're not supposed to be here. Whitman warned him multiple times. You're not supposed to be here, sir. You have to go back home, sir. Mr. Horvitz doesn't want you here, sir. But he brought us behind over there anyway. He effed around and found out. And yeah, he found out water was wet, as Candy in the comments says. I thought he had opened up a bag, you know, the bag when they had a catheter. I thought he opened up the bag and let it flow.
Nah, he was like,
yeah, he got what he got.
Ooh, that picture is a mess. Oh my gosh.
And why he look like he got on lashes? Like, what the heck?
Is that a stunt, man? Is that a stunt? Is that a stunt double?
I don't think so.
No.
I just had to bring that one. Did you go, Monique? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I went. Yeah.
Okay, cool. You know, I will forget. So it's next morning. We thought we was gonna have breakfast together, but we didn't. I don't see how Kimmy still have energy, but she does. Horace comes out, said, I'm gonna go ahead and go to, this country so I can get this treatment. I might come back, I may not come back. Before he leaves, he gives his boo thing, Andrew. He gives him a watch. Oh, you don't have to do that. You've done so much, bro. You know you want that watch. Quit playing. And and then he says, well, you can drive, all but a certain cars. But knowing Angel, he's probably gonna drive something he don't have no business messing with. Of course, before he leaves, Rain wants to talk to him about running Delinda's. She don't realize he don't have nothing to do with Delinda's. But anyway, I guess she feel like he got some power that can give her control over that particular club. But he leaves without talking to her, thank goodness, because that was a bad idea at the moment. And now he's rushing Alex to get him to the airport, to his private airport, so he can get on the plane and beat feet over to his country of healing. And then we have the breakfast, y'all. Y'all girl, Shady, don't go home, Mallory, but get the hell up out of here. I'm just gonna let Monique, Miss Kira, Jay, and Letitia. Y'all got the scene where he's going to the airport, the breakfast, the watch, and then everything in between, and y'all just run it.
Oh, child. Horace and Angels trying to be all modest. He like, dude, don't play in my face. Like, nah. You was trying to get to watch earlier, but yeah, so Angel, like you said, I don't see how Kimmy was up because they was up all night. I don't see how she was up. Yeah, he was just asking what she was ready, and seemed like she's getting there. At that moment in time, she was talking to him. She was getting there. And him going to the airport, I wasn't sure if he was gonna make it because he was just coughing and hacking in the back of the truck with Alex. I'm glad Alex asked to speak freely, and the way he said that they how they've been through so much stuff. Angel, Rain, Kimmy, Sylvie, how they've been through so much stuff that when they get to, the palace, they're like, like they act like they're allergic to it. And then, it's just Alex just saying, like, can I speak freely? And how he had to explain, like, this is like new to them. Like, it takes time. It's just like, this is all new to them. So, he get it, but he don't. Like I said, he is so into just sticking it to his family. Okay, that's all he care about is sticking it to his family. But yeah. So I just said, like, just give them time. I mean, they do appreciate it, but just give them time. And how far I'm going up to Tika to the breakfast because I like to get to the breakfast scene where Mallory made her appearance. That was funny and good scene. And Kimmy was not letting her not believing her niceness, if you see, as they will, because she was kind of being nice. But you can notice that she being nasty because you tell this it was performative for Mallory. I think, like Horace said, you good at reading people. I think Kimmy picked up on it. Okay. And Kimmy's like, anything else? And Rain up there playing it to her, like, do you like to join us? No, dang well they don't want Mallory to sit at that table eating breakfast with them. It was funny. And Angel, he's just so smitten. I'm like, don't be the next Calvin, you little simp.
I think he's gonna be.
Oh no, don't say that. Angel, that would ruin everything. Shoot. Sylvie, sweet Sylvie. She need to get out of there. She need to go to college. Like Horace said, like she need to go because you so worried about protecting her. You is not gonna need your head in the game. She gonna be your downfall. So she need to go off somewhere. So she definitely need to go to college or somewhere that nobody know about. So yeah, it was a good scene.
I'm glad that Sylvie got through to Horace and got him to go get his treatment, and I hope that he's okay. Because not to find out that the doctor had already told him about it, and he was like, "Get away from me with this Apollo." So I'm glad he went to take care of that. Angel, I need you to get some behavior, because Ninja James and Ninja Butler, or whatever he was calling that man, the way he was treating the staff, I didn't really appreciate. Okay, I didn't like the way he was treating the staff, talking to the staff, the way he was in the clothing store. Angel, relax. Okay, you got a little bit of money, and now you don't know how to act. His black card would have had a limit, because Angel, he's just all over the place. Then he's over there smitten with Mallory, and what we really need to worry about is, please don't let Mallory like him, because he's gonna go whichever way the wind blows. So please don't let Mallory want this man, and we'll be all right. Kimmy gave Mallory a little something, but I needed her to be a little quicker, but we got there later. And this, I was, come on, girl, got to be a little quicker. But she picked up on the cues and course corrected later on. So kudos to Kimmy.
That part.
Is it my turn? Okay. Y'all know I love Mallory. Right, y'all know that. Y'all know that's my boo-boo. That's my boo thing. But no, she ain't gonna want that little ninja freaking Angel. He don't got nothing. But on the other hand, if that's gonna get her in good with Horace, she gonna do what she gotta do. You know what I'm saying? To stay alive and survive. You know what I mean? But I don't think, nah, that ain't gonna happen. My boo ain't gonna do that. But this scene right here was funny because it was like, can we help you? Is there anything else? Do you need anything else? Like, thanks for coming. Like, man, I know part 2, Mallory and Kimmy, they gonna be going at it. They gonna be going at it. I already know it's gonna go down, because it's gonna be a struggle and a tussle for power, right? So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, so I love the scene with Horace and Angel. I thought it was a sweet moment. And I thought it was funny too, because he was telling him that he had access to the house and to select cars. He said, but just don't touch my watches. Which is funny, because when we met him, that's what he did. He stole Horace's watch. So,
Right.
but then in the same moment, he took off the watch on his hand and gave it to him. So you can see that they care about each other, even though it may not be quite the same thing. There's still a level of care there. I thought that was cute. Now, as far as breakfast, what I thought was funny about Mallory was her saying, she asked Kimmy something, and Kimmy was like, "It's perfect." And she said, "Yes, it is perfect." But then later on, so she correcting her English, right? But then later on says, "Okay, I'll just let you enjoy your breakfast." Ma'am, I thought it was breakfast. Like, it was just the irony of her doing that, correcting Kimmy, and then being country in the same moment. Like that, it was just so funny to me. And y'all talking about Angel and Mallory, he will never smell good enough to be in Mallory's face. Child, never.
He don't got no swag. He don't got no swag.
Not at all. But are we gonna talk about her new driver?
I don't have a picture, but we can. You can address them, because
Mr.
Mr. Fruit
So
and Berry.
directly after leaving the breakfast, she goes to get into her car, and she has a new driver that Jules put out there. And so she said that he stank and smelled like juices and berries, and then made this fool literally stick his head out the window as he was driving. That is so crazy. But shout out to my hometown boy, and his name is Andy Duckworth. He's the driver. He was actually my daughter's high school dean. So shout
that's
out
who
to
you're talking
him.
about.
Oh,
Okay.
that's the
He's
guy.
the one from
Oh,
he's the one from
Mr.
my
Fruits and
hometown.
Berries.
Mr.
Nice.
Fruits
My
and Berries.
bad.
That's dope. That's
The
dope.
But you did a good job.
Okay. Okay. Love it. Listen, what if with Horace, I feel like Horace is gonna get better. Is he gonna be expecting a little backslide action with Alex or Angel? Is he gonna be expecting a little something, something? Because that man about to go get healed. He about to be healed.
If he
And
get
then what you
healed,
gonna do?
he might. I mean, he might take it to the next level because right now, from what Kimmy's saying, he can't get it up,
Well,
right? So if he come back a brand new man from Italy, he gonna have some Italian stallion sausage for your boy. You know what I'm saying? So
well, Angel, he said he was not with that. So, well, you better be on your knees and pray.
well, it's gonna
But
be a
Kimmy
power
said
thing,
he did more for less. So
right?
That's true. That's true.
You want to stay in this house? It's time to pay the Pied Piper.
Literally.
y'all are crazy. But
So
how's he gonna
yeah,
explain that
y'all,
to his children?
good luck.
I
That's
mean,
gonna
they
be the way
don't. I
they're
mean,
gonna
they
go
don't.
back.
They don't. Yeah, they got to come over themselves. I don't know.
True.
Why is he staying there in the first place?
Right.
Listen, I listen. This very last moment, and this is the last part of episode 6, where we see where this man just do not learn. Charles just has to F around and find out. Dusty dude gets up out the bed, roaming around the house, and then he comes back and actually wakes Charles up. And Charles is like, "What the F you doing in my house? I told you to leave." And so he's, I'm just go sit in there. You just go chill. You just chill. So then he goes out into the living room, and Barney is there again. What are you doing here? And questioning the dude. And then Dusty tries to touch him on his shoulder. It says, if you don't get your whole ass, you'll get your whole your 3 or 4 hands off of me. I'm sorry. I tried not to class. You'll get your 3 or 4 hands off of me.
Language.
I know it's way too late, so y'all just go cut that out when you get to your thing. I do apologize, but I couldn't help it. It just felt so good to see Barney actually stand up to somebody. It might have been the wrong somebody, but he stood up to somebody. So any particular thoughts, as well as the fact that there's a band about to pull up that's about to take all of Charles's things if he's not paying attention. So we could go ahead and go Letitia, Jay, Miss Kira, and then Monique.
I'm just not feeling this power struggle between Charles and Varney. And this is why I wish Varney would just say to hell with Charles and just walk away, because he was trying to literally, Charles was saying to Dusty, get up out of here, get up out of here, get up out of here. So then when Varney goes to tell him to get up out of here, now all of a sudden, no, you get up out of here. I just cannot with them. And because of this, Charles is going to pay dearly because this is ridiculous. Again, being careless and having a power struggle. Quit acting like you don't like Varney. You do. And if you don't, then let him go. And Varney, get some self-respect. Goodbye. Ugh, they just irritate me.
I agree. It all irritates me too. At the same time, man, like this is what happens when you sniff on the white stuff. You were just not there. So I'm not expecting anything logical to come from Charles at all because he's always high in the sky. So he's going to do some weird stuff and just say crazy stuff and just allow this stranger who tried to rob you previously now back in your house. It don't make sense. But that's what happens when you doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. We gonna get ready for that next episode because it's about to turn up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready for the next episode. I'm ready to see what's going down with that. You know what I mean? Let's do it.
Now, this man, though, good and well, his behind was not supposed to be there. And what I wanted from at this moment is when Barney came in, and Charles had said earlier that Barney has a mean streak. I needed him to ignore Charles and pick that young man up and escort his ass on out of the house, and we would have been in the clear. But no, Charles was being hard-headed. Barney conceded. I had hoped he had gone back upstairs, but clearly not. And then we ended up in a kerfuffle. So stand up, Barney, stand up.
He is standing 6'5". Anyway, I don't know how tall he is, but yeah. So Charles, like I said, he's playing games, and she's always late. Said season 1, Charles wanted more for Barney. I think I don't know if he wanted more from Bernie, but he definitely wanted to be out with Bernie because he always asked him to come out to the club and stuff with him. And Bernie is not out the closet. He is not comfortable being out the closet in his profession for some reason. But yeah, Dusty, yeah, I'm gonna need Charles to like. I was like, Charles, like you don't see these clues that Dusty he keep getting in out of the bed, like you don't feel him getting in out of the bed, and he want to stay, he don't want to go. Like, no, you don't do clingy. So you tell him to get going by the day, and he really got on my nerves when he told him to stay because Bernie said so. That was so petty and childish of it all, and I hate it for Charles. But Charles definitely loves Bernie, but he got his own issues that he got to deal with. Like, why is he rejecting Bernie care and love for him? It's definitely a reason. It definitely it's boiled down to his parents, that's for sure, and his family dynamic, and he probably don't think he deserves love. So there's that.
What you shaking your head up there for, Jay? What's going on?
The chat.
I'm looking at Candy's comment, man. That's all. I'm just, Jesus, you're killing me. Killing me.
So stupid.
Well, listen, y'all. We have been at this thing. I was trying not to make it an hour and a half, but you know, I apologize if I inconvenience anybody, but I hope you all still had a good time regardless. With that being said, thank you, everybody who came through, participated through the chat, through the interview. Thank you to the one and only George Middlebrooks for coming through, showing us some love. Yes, I absolutely acknowledge you from ruthless all the way up to the point that you are now, and I absolutely salute and commend you on all that you have going on. With that being said, y'all, we're about to wrap this thing up. Any final thoughts? We'll start with final thoughts and what do you have going on your channel? We'll start with Monique, Miss Kira, Letitia, and then Vacay J.
Final thoughts. I'm just ready to get to 7 and 8 because especially 7, like with Charles and Dusty, baby, things about to go bang, bang, bang. But and get bloody. So what I got coming up, what's that? There's no sisters this week. They taking a 2-week break, so our sisters live is on the hiatus till they come back with October 8th. So we got the team of Thursday. The lovely Tika is hosting episode 7 and 8. And my individual for Reasonable Doubt, if I get up the strength to continue editing the videos, and for Union Black episodes 5 and 6, my individual recap. So that's all I got for right now. And probably Beyond the Gate. I'll probably do some Beyond the Gate this week if I got the energy. So yeah. Thank you, Tika.
Thank you for sticking through with it, even though you weren't feeling your best. Thank you for coming through anyway.
I'm ready for episode 7 when we get the FAFO. That's what I'm ready for. So we anticipating that. Last night we did Reasonable Doubt. Saturday we did Ruth and Boaz, and I did a Saturday sip. So be sure to check those out and keep your notifications on. Your girls slowly getting it back together.
Yes, so I'm also looking forward to 7 and 8. I don't want it to end, but yes, here we are. But also I dropped my individual video for episodes 5 and 6 earlier today. Why did it take me forever in 1,000 years for it to upload? But anyway, it has dropped, so I hope you'll check it out. Check us out yesterday's panel for Reasonable Doubt. And then, of course, don't forget to join us for our final episodes for Beauty and Black here. And if you are a fan of Beyond the Gates, and even if you're not, and you're just curious about the Black soap opera, just jump in, especially with my shorts. I'll be posting. I'm actually getting ready to post something right after this. And hopefully Monique and I will be able to get it together to do some recap of it for this week, because the last couple of weeks have been kind of wild over there in Fairmont Crest.
That
So make sure you keep your notifications on, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much, Tika. Thank you so much, George, for joining us out there. And as always, I appreciate being on the panel with y'all.
All right. Shout out, of course, to my homie Macaroni, Tony. There's no phony. Tika Deshawn, executive. As I gave her the title a long time ago, she always comes through. Executive of public relations, always bringing the celebs through. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my homie for doing her thing on this live today, and shout out to George, man. George, definitely cool brother. Appreciate you, and hopefully we'll have him back next week as we talk about the rest of the episodes, because we know it's going to be crazy, and I want to hear his response to the whole scene when Felicia come up and all of this and that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to that. Yes, we did Reasonable Doubt yesterday. Check that out. All right, the whole entire panel was there. We had a great time. Tika and I did Ruth and Boaz. All right, so if you haven't seen that live discussion on that, check it out, because we got real deep on that. Got a little bit of biblical with a little bit of funny in there. So definitely check us out on that. And absolutely just keep your notification bells on. We got some entertainment news. If you haven't seen the whole Nas and Jay-Z news about the casino, I got a video out for that. So definitely check that out as well. And yeah, we got a whole lot of stuff coming. Getting ready for October and Power and all this other stuff that's going to be rolling out. So we got a whole lot of stuff coming, family. So keep them notification bells on. It's your man Vacay. You know what it is. Keep it locked.
Hey, all right. And last but not least, again, thank you everybody for coming through. This is always fun. Thank you to the chat. Listen, I ain't about to say all y'all names in them chats because y'all was chatting for real. But thank y'all so much for coming through, showing us love. We absolutely appreciate you, for real. And I'm looking forward to episode 7. And is it going to be a 7 and an 8? Is somebody going to do 2 episodes since y'all had me up here doing 2 episodes? I'm just saying. I'm just asking for a friend. But
yeah,
with that being said,
we doing two.
Okay,
We're going to wrap it up.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So we're going to have episodes 7 and 8 coming sometime next week with Beauty in Black. And then, of course, Thursday is Zach and Fatima's night. Okay, Zatima, we're gonna recap that, and then I literally go backwards when I do this stuff. I don't know what else I got coming up, but newly, our channel, EJ and I's channel, Talk That Talk TV, is launching officially tomorrow. We're gonna put up our first episode of The Boys. I don't know if y'all watch The Boys. It gets gruesome, it gets crazy, and I'm like on my edge of the seat, wanting to cuss some people out about some of the things that they got going in there. But y'all just come through, check out our review of the very first episode of The Boys. We'll figure out how we're going to actually post that one video. We have a whole month worth of videos. Just know that. So prepare to be sick of us, but make sure in the meantime, hit that like, that share, that subscribe button, that notification bell on all of the channels above, as well as Talk That Talk TV. Jay got a music video channel. Music, Jay, tell them what the music, Jay, because I'm messing up.
VMX VKJ TV Music Experience. And yes, I am working on getting some music folks on that channel through my constituents and my relationships. So just make sure you subscribe. If you go to my channel, scroll down, you'll see my other channels. Make sure you subscribe, lock in with that too. You already know. We're going to do it for y'all. We're doing everything for y'all. And thank you, Tika, for remembering that part.
All right, y'all. Absolutely. With that being said, y'all, we up out of this thing. I'm going to pull a J and play my video from the beginning because I kind of worked a little hard on that video. You got some, Letitia?
Oh yeah, Tika. By the way, that intro before George came on was dope. It was dope. It was fire for real.
Yeah,
that was dope.
It was.
Shout out to Sono. All right, y'all. We up out of this thing. Thank y'all so much. We love and appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your week. As I say, stay ruthless. Hey.
Salute.
Bye, y'all.
There we go.
Into the game, it's all about the power. Give me the man's control. control, she's climbing every tower. Loyalty's the currency, respect's the foundation. In a world full of secrets, feel the tension and frustration.
Corruption runs deep, like blood in these streets. Like blood in these streets, greed's a silent killer, dragging us to deep. Trust is a gamble, can't rely on Mallory. Her whispers in the shadows feel like treachery. Leverage your legacy, let it shine bright in the dark of the night. Leverage your legacy, let it shine bright in the dark of the night. Leverage your legacy, let it shine bright in the dark of the night.
Down the plot, sharp like a knife, unpacking the moments that bring stories to life. In all things ruthless, it's about you. You should follow us and see it through.